Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive. I know you're all busy people, so let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Today we're talking about how to sell your house quickly in Murphy, Texas, and the surrounding areas.
And how to get cash in hand doing it.
Exactly. And we'll be talking about all kinds of situations you might be in where this could be super helpful.
Like if you're facing foreclosure,
Or going through something like a divorce, or need to relocate fast,
maybe you inherited a house and don't know what to do with it.
or you've got a fixer-upper that just feels overwhelming.
Right. Or what if your kids have all moved out and you're ready to downsize?
Or maybe you just have a new job and need to move quickly.
All of those are situations where you might need to sell your house fast, and we can help with that.
That's right. So if you're in Murphy or a nearby area and you need to sell your house quickly,
For a fair cash offer.
head over to sellthathouse-to-me.com today.
So let's talk about Murphy.
Okay.
Murphy's a really interesting town, with a history going all the way back to the 1850s.
Well, that's going back.
It is. It started with farming and the railroads, and it's become this really family-friendly suburb just east of Dallas.
That's right. A lot of people are moving to the suburbs these days.
Definitely, they want good schools and nice parks, and Murphy has both of those.
And it's still close enough to Dallas to commute.
Exactly. But even in a great place like Murphy, sometimes life throws you a curveball, and you need to sell your house fast.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like you said, maybe you have to relocate for a new job or downsize after your kids leave for college.
Right. And that's where we come in.
So let's talk about the real estate market in Murphy right now. What's it looking like?
Well, as of early 2025, the median home price in Murphy is around $460,000.
That's a pretty healthy number.
Yeah, it is. It shows that the area is doing well. But even with those prices, houses can still take a while to sell.
Yeah, that's true.
The average time on the market is something like 45 to 65 days.
Wow, so that's almost 2 months on average.
Yeah, and that's if everything goes smoothly.
All right, if there are any hiccups, it could take even longer.
Exactly, and if you need to sell quickly, waiting that long might not be an option.
So what are some of the specific neighborhoods in Murphy where you guys are seeing this happen?
Well, we work with people all over Murphy, but some of the areas we see this a lot are Maxwell Creek, Rolling Ridge, and the Timbers.
Okay. I know those areas pretty well.
And each of those neighborhoods has its own character and its own reasons why someone might need to sell quickly.
I can imagine.
For example, in Maxwell Creek, you have a lot of larger homes that are great for families.
Right.
But what happens when the kids grow up and move out?
Yeah, suddenly that big house feels a lot emptier.
And maybe it's more upkeep than you want to deal with.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Then in Rolling Ridge, you have a lot of professionals who might get transferred for work.
Makes sense.
And they need to sell their houses quickly so they can move on to the next chapter.
And what about the Timbers?
The Timbers has a lot of charm, but some of the houses are older and might need some work.
So maybe someone inherits one of those houses.
Exactly, and they don't have the time or the money to fix it up.
Or maybe they just don't want to deal with it.
Right, and that's where we come in.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does sell that house to me actually work?
Well, unlike a traditional real estate agent, we're direct buyers.
So you're actually buying the houses yourself.
We cut out the middleman.
That's interesting. So what are the benefits of working with you guys?
Well, for starters, we make the process super simple and fast.
People are busy these days.
Yeah.
Everyone wants things to be fast and easy.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about listing your house or having a bunch of strangers traipsing through it.
Oh, man. I hate open houses.
They can be a real pain.
And then there's all that paperwork and back and forth.
With us, you don't have to deal with any of that.
That's a huge plus.
And because we pay cash, we can close in as little as 7 days.
Wow, 7 days. That's incredible.
It is, especially if you're in a hurry to sell.
Right, like
Yeah.
if you're facing foreclosure or you need to relocate for a new job.
We can help you get out of a tough situation fast.
That's great to hear.
And one more thing.
Yeah.
We buy houses as is.
So I don't have to fix anything.
You don't have to lift a finger.
That's a big relief for a lot of people.
Definitely, especially if you're dealing with a fixer-upper.
So walk me through the process. What's the first step if someone wants to work with you?
It's super easy. You just reach out to us either through our website or by giving us a call.
Okay.
Then we'll do a quick review of your property.
Do you have to come out to the house?
Sometimes we do, but if that's not convenient for you, we can also do a virtual walkthrough.
Well, that's cool.
Technology is great for that kind of thing.
That's true.
Once we have a good understanding of your property, we'll make you a fair cash offer.
And there's no obligation.
Absolutely. It's just a way for you to see what we're willing to pay, and if it's not the right fit for you, no problem.
So what happens if someone accepts your offer?
Then we move on to closing.
How long does that usually take?
Because we're not using traditional financing, we can often close in as little as 7 days.
That's so much faster than the traditional way.
It is, and that's one of the big benefits of working with us.
And you handle all the paperwork and everything?
We do. We take care of everything so you don't have to stress about it.
That sounds pretty painless.
That's the goal. We want to make selling your house as easy and stress-free as possible.
So we've talked a lot about Murphy, but you mentioned that you guys also work in the surrounding areas.
That's right. We cover a lot of ground in Collin County.
Okay. What are some of the other towns you work in?
We've got Plano, Saxe, Wiley, Richardson, Parker, Allen, Garland, you name it.
Wow, so pretty much anywhere in Collin County.
That's right. If you need to sell your house fast in Collin County, we can help.
That's great to know.
And we love hearing from satisfied customers who we've helped through this process.
I bet it's really rewarding.
It is. It makes us feel good to know that we're making a difference.
So do you have any stories you can share about people you've helped in the past?
Oh, yeah, tons.
What are some of your favorites?
Well, there was this one woman named Sarah who lived in Maxwell Creek.
Oh, right.
Her kids had all grown up and moved out, and she was ready to downsize.
I remember talking about that.
Right. Well, she contacted us, and we were able to buy her house quickly and for a fair price.
That's awesome.
And she was so happy with the whole process. She even sent us a thank you note afterwards.
Oh, that's sweet.
She said we made a stressful time in her life so much easier.
I bet.
And then there was Mike from Rolling Ridge.
What was his story?
He got a new job that required him to relocate.
Okay, yeah. I remember you mentioning that scenario.
So he needed to sell his house fast, and he didn't want to deal with the hassle of listing it and waiting for a buyer.
Understandable.
Right. So he contacted us, and we were able to close on his house in just a few days.
Wow, that's amazing.
He was so relieved that he could just move on with his life.
And what about Jen from the Timbers? What was her situation?
Oh, Jen, she inherited a house from her aunt,
Okay.
and the house was in pretty rough shape.
Did she want to fix it up?
She didn't. She just wanted to sell it as is and move on.
So you guys were able to help with that.
We bought the house as is, and we paid her cash.
That's great.
She was so grateful that she didn't have to deal with all the repairs and the hassle of listing the house.
I bet it felt like a huge weight off her shoulders.
I think so.
Those are some great stories.
They are, and they're just a few examples of the many people we've helped over the years.
So if someone's listening to this and they're thinking, I'm in one of those situations, what should they do?
They should head over to our website, sellthathouse2me.com.
That's sellthathouse2me.com.
That's right. They can get more information about our process, and they can even request a free cash offer.
And there's no obligation.
None whatsoever.
What are some of the most common questions you get from people who are thinking about working with you?
One of the most common questions is, how fast can we close?
I bet.
And like I said before, we can often close in as little as 7 days.
That's a big selling point for a lot of people.
Time is money after all.
That's true.
Another common question is about pricing.
Do people worry that they won't get a fair price if they work with you?
Some people do, but I assure you we always offer fair market value for the houses we buy.
And you mentioned this before, but you buy houses as is.
We do.
So people don't have to worry about making repairs.
Not at all. We'll take care of any repairs that need to be done.
That's great to hear.
And then we also get a lot of questions from people who are facing foreclosure.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough situation to be in.
It is, and we can help.
How so?
We can buy their house quickly and for cash, which can help them avoid foreclosure.
That's a huge relief for people who are going through that.
It is, and it's something we're really passionate about.
I bet.
We also get a lot of questions from people who have inherited houses.
Yeah, what do you tell them?
I tell them that we can help them sell the house quickly and easily.
Without having to go through the hassle of listing it.
That's right.
So no matter what situation someone's in, you guys can probably help.
Most likely we've seen it all.
What about people who are getting divorced?
Yeah, that can be a tough time to sell a house.
Especially if you need to split the proceeds.
We understand that, and we can help.
How so?
We can buy the house quickly and for cash, which can help make the divorce process a little bit smoother.
That's a great service to offer.
We think so.
And what about people who are relocating?
We can help with that too.
How?
We can buy their house before they move.
So they don't have to worry about selling it after they've already relocated.
Exactly. We make the process as easy as possible.
So to sum things up, why should someone choose to work with Sell That House to Me?
Well, we offer a fast and easy way to sell your house for cash.
And you buy houses as is.
That's right. You don't have to make any repairs.
And you can close in as little as 7 days.
That's right. We're all about speed and convenience.
And you specialize in helping people who are facing tough situations.
Like foreclosure, divorce relocation, you name it.
You're a one-stop shop for all your house selling needs.
Pretty much.
And your focus is on Murphy, Texas, and the surrounding areas.
We know the area well, and we're committed to helping our community.
That's great to hear.
And if you're thinking about selling your house, I encourage you to visit our website.
That's sellthathouse2me.com.
That's right.
You can get more information about our process, and you can even request a free cash offer.
There's no obligation.
So what are you waiting for?
If you're in Murphy, Plano, Sacs, Wiley, Richardson, Parker, Allen, Garland, or anywhere else in Collin County,
And you need to sell your house fast.
visit sellthathouse2me.com today
And see how easy it can be to get cash for your home.
and move on with your life.
What could you do with the peace of mind and cash in hand that a quick, hassle-free home sale provides?
That's something to think about.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We'll see you next time. Bye.